According to experts, the health of our bodies is determined by the health of our gut, and the health of our gut is determined by how well balanced our good and bad bacteria is. Sounds weird, right? Well, not really, because there's an entire complex ecosystem of bacteria living in your gut, involving hundreds of species. In fact, we have more bacteria in our bodies than there have ever been people on the planet. And, you should also know that the good bacteria in our gut is there to stimulate the immune system, inhibit pathogens, help us break down foods, starches in particular, and even affect our mental capability. And, unfortunately, the experts say that you should be very careful, because this extremely important ecosystem becomes threatened when we don't look after our bodies the way that we should. And, this means that when we eat poor food, abuse ourselves with alcohol and drugs, become ill, contract a parasite and take antibiotics, our health-protecting good bacteria become annihilated. I really think that we all know the fact that a healthy diet is the foundation of a healthy gut, but taking probiotics and consuming probiotic foods and drinks is a simple and natural way to supercharge your gut health. What is kefir and why should we drink it? First of all, you should know that kefir can actually colonize the intestinal tract. Yes, and you'll be amazed when we tell you that coconut milk kefir is one of the easiest of fermented foods to make at home. You don't need any fancy kitchen equipment or expensive health foods, just a few household items which are probably sitting in your kitchen. So, what are you waiting for? Grab yourself a glass jar, a coconut, some kefir grains, and be on your way to gracious gut health in just 2 easy steps. Kefir grains, what are they and where do I find them? Here's what you need to know. Well, kefir grains are combinations of living yeast and bacteria called grains, however they are not a grain or related in any way to the grain family. They are a living organism and look like little cauliflower florets. Kefir grains are not always easy to come by. So if you can't get a hold of them, we find a powdered starter culture such as Donna Gates Body Ecology's Kefir Starter Kit works a treat. Coconut milk kefir recipe. Note, this coconut milk kefir recipe is very simple and easy to make, and it's made by easy available ingredients. You just have to follow the simple instructions. Here's what you need to do. You will need the following ingredients. 1 tablespoon kefir grains or kefir starter. 1 to 2 cups coconut milk, make your own, or use a can of organic coconut milk without additives and sweeteners as they can be hard on the kefir grains. Glass jar. Mesh cloth. Rubber band. Directions. Here's what you need to do. First, you need to combine the kefir grains or kefir starter, as directed on the packet, with the coconut milk in a glass jar. After that, you need to cover with a cloth secured with a rubber band and let it sit on your bench. A warm environment is best for fermenting, for 12 to 24 hours. Give your kefir a few shakes or stirs after about 12 hours. Note, and now, when the coconut milk has thickened and has a slightly sour flavor, it has turned into kefir. Strain the mixture through a fine plastic strainer to remove the grains. You can reuse the grains later by storing them in a glass jar in the fridge. Store the kefir in the fridge and enjoy. Useful tips. This is very important for you to know. Kefir doesn't like metal, so never use a metal container to make kefir or a metal spoon to stir. This disrupts the process and the kefir won't thicken. Use glass containers and wood or plastic spoons. If your kefir doesn't thicken within 24 hours, it might be that the temperature in your house isn't warm enough.